Hey guys, Fix It Dan here. Just playing with it's an old drift car. I'm going to resurrect it. It's been sitting a few years. Old build, as you can see, it's pretty old sort of setup. But anyway, it should be a beastie thing when it's running. Now we had no spark. I just played with wires and this igniter, I think. I checked that and I pulled these out, checked them for resistance. There was also some water sitting in the bottom, so dried everything out, cleaned it up, and yeah, we've now got spark. Squirted a bit of Starter Bastard in there, and it fires. But we don't seem to have injectors, so yeah, going to work this out. So it seems to be nothing at the moment, no fuel whatsoever getting to it. This was missing, this fuel rail adapter, so I've hooked that up. I don't know if it's right, but from what I've read, it goes through the fuel rail, back out the other end, down to this gauge and fuel pressure regulator, so you can set your pressure. So hopefully that's all hooked up, but yeah, still nothing. So I've got to maybe test for power, see what's going on here. I've got power to this CAS, this crank angle sensor, whether it's sending a signal back out properly. So yeah, we'll work through that and come back to it. All right, so straight up, I was just having a good look, trying to pull this wire out, find where the power is, test for power, that sort of thing. And I see this plug here, and then I see right down there, and if you can see that, where the screwdriver's hitting, that looks like a plug that would plug into. So, geez, that'd be great, wouldn't it? All right, so I've been playing a bit, so I've got that plug in, and I had power coming to these, but I wasn't sure when it was running whether I was getting a pulse. So I bought myself a Noid light kit, and you get, for instance, that Bosch one, just plugs straight into there. And I did that to each injector, and I had signal. So it wasn't the brightest, but definitely had signal. So since then, I've played with earths, cleaned up all the earths on the car. That seemed to give me a better signal. And then it started to fire, but it sounded like one cylinder. It was just going boop, boop, boop. So I pulled all the plugs, and only, I think it was number 4, was wet, had fuel on it. The rest were all dry. So what I did, I knew I was getting. I also tested all the ohms resistance on all the injectors, and they were fine. So I figure they're just gummed up. So I basically connected, look here, just my little test wires, straight to jumper leads, straight to a battery. So you should hear this click when I touch the other one. Hear that? I can feel it through the. Just goes click, 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 click. So that's opening and closing fine. So I've done that to each one, and I'm hoping that ungummed it, and it's actually starting to fire a bit. Still rough, but starting to fire. So I'll show you. Right, you can end that. Go. Ignition. And give it a click.
Hell yeah.
Still a bit rough, but
Yeah.
going.
There you have it, the old drift car's started. It's going to live another day and burn some more paint off with some burnouts.
So basically, It was not really wiring, maybe some earths were a bit corroded. There's a couple of plugs out. There was a heap of vacuum lines missing, hose clamps, this fuel adapter and stuff were missing off it. But yeah, it's come along good. I've got all this undone, but yeah. So it fires now, that's a good sign. I'm just going to go through everything, fluids, change all the fluids now, get it all freshened up, and yeah, we'll start on the next stage, getting ready to drive. Just got to put do some body work now. We'll make another video, show you how it comes up, ready for the track. Thanks guys, see you next time.